good afternoon all, and welcome back to PBTV. I hope you are well. See a lot of people joining the chat. Hello Harry, hello all. We have brought a selection out today because we've just had a new delivery, so we thought we'd bring a choice of the Tokyo Marui out rather than just one. So if you have any questions about Tokyo Marui at all, or some of the ones that I'm going to cover today, please drop them down below. We'll flash them up on screen and we'll have a little chat about it. It's always better when I have a little chat. It makes my job a little bit easier. So we'll start with one that is a little bit different, a little bit out there. The FN57. Super different. It is based on the 5.7 caliber, so that's where it gets its name from. The FN57 is the same round that comes out of the P90. So as you can see, the actual pistol grip is very, very thick to accommodate that equivalent round. Obviously, 6mm BB in the mag. It's just the looks that give it that better view. So this was originally designed with that in mind, and again, that goes all the way through it with the sort of barrel size, the slide, everything like that. But again, with it being Tokyo Marui, it does have a plastic slide, so it is very, very efficient. Some of the controls are a little bit funny and everything like that, so they are very, very different compared to, say, the High Capper or the Deagle I have with me. Peter on Facebook, are they all metal? No, Tokyo Marui, because of where they are made, these are all Japanese made, so power limits over there are very, very different, and they go for the efficiency, air seal, and accuracy like that. So the slides externally are plastic. Some, not all, but quite a few have metal skeletons inside the slides. I couldn't give you a list of which ones are like that, but there are a few like that. What a plastic slide gives you is obviously less weight to be thrown back by the gas. Obviously, in the magazine, the gas is in a liquid form, and it has to turn into a gas via physics. It comes into the nozzle and obviously has to physically move that slide back. With this, the slides all being plastic, it means it's less weight, it takes less effort, therefore more of the gas will go down the barrel. With less weight, you're going to get more shots out of a magazine, you're going to get more efficiency out of the reservoir of gas and everything like that, and it allows them to have a little bit of a better air seal, and just it's just really, really nice. A lot of people, we're getting more questions through. Lewis on Facebook, what is the FPS? So most Airsoft, most Tokyo Marui platforms sit around that 270 mark. Some of them go a little bit higher. I highly recommend not going any higher than sort of Ultra Air, Vorsk V6, maybe Vorsk V8. I won't go anything higher than that because, again, it is a plastic slide. Getting the power out of it is not essential. All you're going to do is over-rack it and possibly cause damage to the slide. You're not really going to get any more FPS out of it because you're still getting max volume of gas down the barrel, maybe at a slightly different speed, but you're still going to get the return to battery at a very, very good rate. You're going to get your follow-up shots really, really nice. Again, the plastic slide just allows that. So usually about 270 on the shorter ones. The high cappers and that are vary between the different ones. Obviously, you can have the 5.1 or the 4.3, various different ones. But anywhere from sort of 270-ish. Sometimes they can go a little bit higher, especially with their rifles. They can go all the way up to 300, 320. So the 5.7, again, you can see that the actual front end almost tapers in a little bit. There's nothing that fits on there. It does look a little bit like a sci-fi platform that you're expecting, like an accessory or something to slide on the front and turn into some giant laser blaster like that. But it is just the original design of its real steel counterpart. So it does have RIS on the bottom, allowing you to fit a torch or anything. But this whole slide here is actually one piece and comes back as a oneer. There's no thread on the front, so unfortunately no accessories can be fit onto the front, and you do have dot-style iron sights. So you have a single dot at the front and a twin dot at the back. Lewis on Facebook, could you HPA it? Theoretically, any pistol can be HPA'd. Your limitations are on how you get the gas into the air, from HPA into the magazine. So you can do that via changing the Schrader valve into a HPA adapter, everything like that. The difficulty with it will be making sure the BBs can get in there, making a box mag adjuster or anything like that. It is easier with some platforms than it is with the 5.7. It is still possible. It's just not as readily available as, say, the High Kappa or the EU series, for example. But it is all still possible. If you were to HPA this and just fill it with BBs, and then you're just using the HPA as the replacement for the gas, it'd be much easier than trying to fit a box mag or something to it. But anything is technically HPA-able. It's just how much how much effort you're wanting to put into it, if that makes sense. So controls on this one. So coming around this way, this little slide at the front here, the front control, is actually the slide release. So if you rack that back without the magazine in, you pull that back and the slide will come off. In the center here is actually the safety. Stephen on YouTube, do you carry holsters for these? I don't believe there are dedicated holsters for the 5.7, but some of the retention ones will fit. Due to its sort of size and form, I will check afterwards, but I'm sure there are a couple of other platform pistol holsters that these do fit in. I know some of the EU ones it will fit. I couldn't say exactly which ones, and obviously the fabric ones will fit anything, but if you're after a retention one, I'll have to double check afterwards. I think we do have one that it's adjustable and it fits about 80 different platforms, and this will probably fit in that one, but I will try and find your comment afterwards and reply to you with exactly which one I was on about. Shane, will you be getting any Mark 23 pistols from Tokyo Marui? Unfortunately not. We won't be getting them in again, purely because we've gone on to other things. But yes, so that is the FN57. Very, very cool, very, very different. It is sort of out there with the size of the mag. Again, this is all down to looking like it has the 5.7 round in it. Obviously, it is a very, very large, long caliber for a pistol. But again, this is designed to run the same thing that's in a P90, so that's why it's as big as it is. The bonus of that is you do have a massive gas reservoir in there, meaning that you're going to get a lot of shots out of it. So you'll be able to refill it with BBs before having to refill it with gas. But super cool, super interesting, very, very, very cool. So we'll go on to the one that is sort of a star in its own, and it is the Tokyo Marui High Kappa Gold Match. I personally run the standard version of this purely because gold's not my colour. It doesn't match my eyes, unfortunately. But this has been the sort of go-to for people wanting to build up, trick out, and make something absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, so I've seen a lot of these HPA'd. I've seen a lot of tricks done to them, various different things. My take on sort of mods and everything like that is if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if you do get one of these, you are going to enjoy it. It is going to be awesome, super functional. You can run them as primaries, you can run them as a secondary. The idea is you draw this out, pull the trigger, it is going to work straight away. Accuracy wise, range wise, they are awesome. The fabled thing of Tokyo Marui having infinite range, it's not far-fetched, but it does come from high quality builds, high tolerance, good air seal, everything like that. And again, when it looks quite pretty like this, again, I'd really like them to make another version of this, but maybe silver, anodized red, purples and everything. But all that is available in aftermarket parts that you can customize and make this exactly how you want it. And I think that's why people go for it quite a lot. Again, no threaded front end, so it is as is. You will have to change the barrel if you're wanting to put anything like that in it, but slightly different to the 5.7. We do have a fibre front sight on this and standard rear sights at the back. So the black drop down here, as soon as you see that little red dot at the front, you know you're on target and you're going to get a nice clean shot downrange. The way that the fibre sights work is any light that hits this, it is then directed down to the end, giving you a nice clean, very, very bright dot, even in low light. Lewis on Facebook, is this the gold match? Yes, this is the Tokyo Marui High Kappa Gold Match. So there's various different High Kappas out there, 4.3s, 5.1s, that dictates the length of the slide and the sort of front part of the low receiver, but this is the fabled Gold Match. Slightly different in the sort of slide is slightly cut out at the bottom, cut out at the top. Obviously the gold accents are part of it, and it's based around a 45 cal pistol. So very, very cool. A lot of people do covet this as the be all and end all of where they want to be with race pistols and efficiency. There is so much you can do with it, aftermarket and just as is. If you're wanting something that's highly reliable, super fun, and just its follow-up shots are really, really quick, so its return to battery is really, really good. So again, plastic slide, so you have excellent efficiency when it comes to gas reservoir and BBs. With it being the high kappa magazines as well, super readily available, and also the bonus of having a massive gas reservoir in there as well. So I think the last time I did an efficiency test on one of these, I think I filled the mag 3 times with BBs before it started to drop off and maybe make me think about adding more gas. Again, the functionality of these as well, they are out the box right-handed dominant, so the mag release is on the left, slide release is on the left, but the safety is ambidextrous. The safety only clicks up once it is racked, so with the hammer down, you can click this up and it locks in place, but also the beaver tail at the back is also a safety. Reaper on YouTube, do they do extended mags? Yes. I don't know if Marui do them themselves. I could be mistaken. I believe that they do, but you can get 50 round high kappa mags, or you can get drum mags that are compatible that will have 1,000, 2,000, 2,500 rounds in them. Edward on YouTube, are all high kappa mags compatible with TMs? Safe answer, I'd say no. I know that some are compatible one way and some are compatible the other way, and it's all down to the top cutting here. We will put something up. I'll probably put it on the story on Instagram. We'll put a thing up that dictates what's compatible with what. But if in doubt, get the same brand. 9 times out of 10, it's the best thing to do. But there are other brands that are compatible, because obviously Tokyo Marui being the sort of grandfather of Airsoft, as it were, a lot of people went and used their designs. So again, it's probably most things will be compatible with this, not the other way. But we'll try and get a little post out and give a little compatibility breakdown. Makes it easier for you. Make sure you get the right thing all the time. Again, I think you're getting about 25 rounds in a magazine, and you are able to refill it before having to put more gas in it. So again, really, really cool. If you're going to have this as a secondary, it's a little bit flashy and out there. I personally just use the standard 5.1. Incredibly reliable. It's just my take. I'm not a fan of gold, so I think that's why I strayed away from this one. Will the gold match be back in stock soon? This one will be back in stock when I send it back down to the warehouse. But as soon as these come in, they are very, very coveted. So again, it's just one of them things. As soon as these come in, try and get hold of them because they go out because they are that popular. That's unfortunately the truth of it. Reaper again. Do they make compensators to fit them? To get a compensator to fit these, you'd have to have a threaded barrel. There probably is some aftermarket parts again to trick these up and put bits on the end. There's some people out there with race pistols that have all sorts of cuttings, tricks, traits, compensators, extended bars on the side, optics, all sorts of stuff. So if you think of an accessory that you want on this, it's probably available. But again, it's just something that you have to search for. I've then brought this out because I've not seen one for a long, long time, but it is a Desert Eagle, but it is the 10-inch variant of the Desert Eagle. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like it yet. It is amazing to fire. Again, all the hard kick Desert Eagles are a lot of fun, but it just looks like an angry elephant that's upset. I'm not too sure whether or not this is its function or form, I think we'll say. So it's more form, and it has a bit of function. But the differences on this are purely aesthetic. The actual extended part here, the inner barrel is the same length as the standard one. All you're getting is the sort of schnauzer on the end. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more it does grow on me a little bit. Pest on Facebook. Afternoon, not seen you for a while. You need to get to Proving Grounds. Afternoon, Stu. Where did you get your silicon inserts for your Odin? Oh, do love Marui pistols. So fortunately, my Odin, I bought the insert in the States when I went across there. I'll find your comment afterwards, or I'll message you. and I'll show you where I got it from. But most of the Odins now, if you can get hold of one, come with it pre-fitted. So if you have one and you need the insert, you'll have to get it separately. But most Odins are now coming with them pre-fitted, so you don't have to buy them separately. Shane, do Tokyo Marui do Glocks? I believe so, but we don't do them. That's just one of them things. I think it's just a previous incident. So I think there's a lot of them out there, but Tokyo Marui do some good ones. We don't do them, unfortunately. It's just the way things are nowadays. How does the Desert Eagle compare to the Syma CM121S with FPS weight, etc.? So the CM121S is a AEP. It runs on a LiPo, so the bonus to that is it will have a full auto function in case you are in panic mode. The difference between the TM1 is probably range. It will have a higher FPS. The problem with AEPs, they are limited with cylinder size, so there's not much air to throw down the barrel, so you're going to be around 200 to 210 FPS on an AEP, and that's probably a good one, to be honest. The AEPs are much, much better for a very lightweight sidearm for snipers. You can flick it to full auto, spray if someone comes too close. It gives you that option. If you want in range, accuracy, and immersion, the Desert Eagle, the TM Desert Eagle is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. It's a word that I'm not going to be able to speak today. But the kick on this, the range on this is absolutely incredible. A mate of mine used to run two. He had a black and a silver one, and he swapped the slides over. So he had sort of dual-tone deagles, and he just ran around with them all day. Outdoors, it wasn't CQB or anything like that, and he just had a way over time. You just hear it clacking off every now and again, and you'd know exactly where he was. Didn't need a radio. He'd just fire his pistols a couple of times, and we knew exactly where he was. Again, the hop system on this is behind the sliding breech here. Very, very easily to adjust. It's got some some good grip points on it and can be adjusted mid-game. You just drop your mag out, slide back, adjust it, and carry on. It is a very good hop on here. Most TM pistols, the hop is very, very good. You can get some decent weight BBs in there. Personally, when it comes to a sidearm, I'm going on the emergency use rather than the primary use. So normally 2.8.3s in a pistol, because if I'm going to use it, it's going to be a very close engagement within 6 to 10 foot, or if my primaries run out. If you're wanting to run these as your primary, you probably don't have to go up to such heavy weight. Go for the BB that is most efficient in it, which might be a little bit light. It might be the 2.5s, etc. So test between a few different weights and find the best one for you. As for the Desert Eagle, again, controls, mostly right-handed dominant, so the slide release is on the left-hand side. The safety on the top is ambidextrous, and again, the safety almost acts as an assist when you're racking it, and the slide release is on this side as well. Slight difference on here as well. We do have sort of a rubberized ergonomic grip. Makes it very, very comfortable in the hand. It is very, very wide. So if you do have quite small hands, this might not be the platform for you. It might be a little bit uncomfortable. It is a stretch to get a full grip around it. And again, magazine is almost... It's quite weird that the 5.7 in such a small platform has almost the same size magazine. I will say it now, they are not compatible with each other. They are very, very different. It's just showing off the size of the 5.7 pistol is very, very similar to the .50 Desert Eagle. So that's the Desert Eagle 10-inch. We do have a sort of semi-rail section on here. It's not quite 20mm, so it's not something like you'd find like your Picatinny or like that. But again, if something runs something like a claw-style attachment, it will fit on here. So you can put a dot on here if you want. There's nothing on the bottom, so unfortunately no torches. And again, you can get holsters for these. They are few and far between, but holsters are available, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Most people that's going to run something like this is going to be a primary, so it's not really going to sit in a holster, but people that do run these do have a lot of fun. Maybe not with this bit on it, but if you're wanting something that definitely stands out from the crowd, this is probably what I'd highly recommend. It's very, very cool, very, very different, and it's what Airsoft's about, innit? If you like the look of it, run it. It's a lot of fun. So that's the Desert Eagle 10-inch. We've covered the Tokyo Marui Gold Match, the coveted sort of crowning jewel, as some people call it, with it being gold probably, as the sort of best sidearm in Airsoft. And then we have the TM57. Again, very, very different. If you want to stand out, has something unique, but still extremely functional. These things are very, very cool and very, very different. Ryan, can you get extended mags for the Desert Eagle CO2? Off the top of my head, I'd say no. I think the only extended CO2 mags that I currently know of are probably Vorsk. I think they do 911 high kappa extended mags. I'm very, very unaware of Desert Eagle extended CO2 mags. That sounds like something that should be made, but isn't, unfortunately. So this has been a little bit of a show and tell with the Tokyo Marui pistols. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's great to speak to you. Thanks for Ryan, Shane, Pest, great to see you. Reaper is coming in every day. It's great to talk to you all the time. But that is everything for today. If we have missed your question, I am very, very sorry. If there's something you want to talk about, the best way to find us is on Instagram. Drop us a message and we'll reply to you as quickly as we can, as accurately as we can. So we'll be back again tomorrow about 4 p.m. for another standard live stream. But until then, I'll see you in a bit.